Xcon Media.
Woo! Welcome to Xcon Media, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We live on YouTube. We are live on X and Facebook. So if you commenting on Facebook and X, please come to YouTube because I cannot see your comments until you come in. We got two guests tonight. Yeah, from Setbacks to Success and Mr. Brother Nate Smooth.
Yo, what's good, my brothers? What's happening?
What's happening with it, man? Long day for me. I don't know about y'all, but my day was long. I've been doing a lot of riding today. I barely made it in.
Really? Uh-oh. Nate's trying to say something, but I don't think we got him on.
On mute, Nate. You muted, Nate. Can't hear you. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Right. Still can't hear you.
Yeah, well, I guess while we Nate, you need an audio guy, man. You need an audio guy. Yeah, riding around with you.
Yeah, you had audio slick, but then it went away.
Yeah. But nah, man, just while he's figuring that out, man, everything's good here in OKC, man. We just making it do what it do. And just staying busy as always. Out here, kind of out of the truck right now, trying to make it, and keep doing it, as a self-employed individual out here in these streets, man. Right. And I thought one of the things I that's going on that I want to make, bring everybody's attention to, man, we got blood in the streets, blood on Wall Street right now, man. Everything in the stock market is tanking, man. I mean, it's down and to the right, bloody red, man. A fallen blade, brother. And but
good. Now that you can read that you can read that into two things now.
Yeah.
Number one, if you're not in it, this might be the time to get in it because we know it's gonna go back up. So
that's right. That's right.
Half full. You gotta look at the glass half full.
That's right. It's so that I'm glad you mentioned that. So this is going to be the perfect opportunity to buy in as far as some good stocks, some good companies that you've been tracking. But the second important thing is you can make money going down. If you have strong conviction that a stock is going down, is falling rapidly, there are money making opportunities on that. And that is what options trading is about. And more specifically, that's what buying puts are. That's when you're placing bets on it to go down. You can make money going down. A lot of people in the game, newbies in particular, think that the only way that you can make money is by price going up. But that is so untrue. You can make money, lots of money, if you know that it's going down and it's going down now. And there's a lot of money to be made while the market is falling. So that's my little 1-2 startup for the day.
Okay, well that listen, that's new to me. So we're gonna have to show me how to do that.
Yeah, put options. Yeah, you got calls and you got puts. Puts are placing bets going down.
Okay, yeah. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Comment, subscribe. All three of us brothers is trying to do something. So we need you to go ahead on travel. I hear you. Travel to all three pages and give everybody a sub when you get a chance.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Nate, is Nate on now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Had to restart. Technology had to restart it.
That's what's up. Talk to us, man. Tell us what you got going on.
Well, I'm like y'all trying to get rid of my day job, so we doing all kind of side hustles that that's legal and ain't hurting nobody. I'm in the health and wellness, trying to help people get healthy, stay healthy at an affordable price. I got a podcast. I'm always talking on air once a week with new guests, with their stories, and what else I do? Podcast, health and wellness, and I just wrote a children's book.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon, right? Been out a month. It's trashtrucknate.com.
Yeah, man, that's a good one. Yes, sir.
We doing big thing. Why trash truck Nate? Is it because you drive a trash truck?
Yeah, and all the kids love me ever since COVID, man. When everybody was locked down, the trash truck was like the hottest item coming through the neighborhood, and everybody came out to wave and chat, and they couldn't come out, so I'm out there making noise. So and then the kids just fell in love, and I fell in love with the kids and the dog. So I just said, let me give something back to the kids because they make my day and I make their day. So I wrote a
For
little
sure,
story
man.
about it. Yeah, it's all good. It's good. Good read. Good graphics.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Doing,
Hey,
making moves and doing it in a positive way, man.
Oh yeah. A little
No
life
doubt.
lesson and stuff.
Yes,
that's
sir.
right. Tim
Trying to
Shady, come
inspire.
in. Tim Shady, I just sent you the link, my brother. Click that link and get on up here on the stage, please, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So what's up, G Money? What's happening, man? You ready to get this thing started? I got a clip for you tonight, man. I
Yeah.
said, man, so
Listen, we gonna talk today. We gonna be talking about Donald Trump. The other night was epic. Tuesday night, boy, that thing was on fire from both sides, man. And we just gonna unpack a little bit and talk about what we saw. Cause for me, it was pure entertainment, son. It
yes,
was
sir. It was
pure
pure
entertainment,
entertainment.
boy.
All
If
right.
you like entertainment, that was all the reality TV that you will want and need. Chris Maurer, if you want to get on up here, just say call for the link, and I can get you on up here too. Yeah, so go ahead on and roll the
Yeah.
clip. I'll
Let's
start
roll the
out.
clip. Roll the clip.
All right,
Yeah. Here
let's
we
see.
go.
Members of the United States Congress, thank you very much. And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
We back.
Yeah.
We back.
Oh man, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Oh man,
We back. All right. Now, this is what people got to understand now. It took forever to get us like this. It took a few years to get us like this. It's not gonna change overnight. It is not, I repeat, it is not going to change overnight. The man gotta dig the country out the hole. Do your part as a citizen. Like Ronald Reagan said back in the day, ask not what your country could do, but what you can do for your country. So as long as everybody doing their part, we gonna pull this thing out the mud, man. Y'all gotta stay optimistic. You gotta stay optimistic, and you just gotta do your part and sit back and trust the process.
Nate, did you watch the
Yo.
the address last night?
I don't even watch TV like that, bro.
Okay,
What?
I guess that's enough.
I've been stopped watching TV, man.
You missed
Nah,
that
man.
entertainment.
Hey, I backed away from the political game because after that 2020 fiasco, I just had my head was hurting, so I had to get on out of there and start a podcast, start talking to everyday people. So
Now
Yeah,
we gonna rewind. Now we gonna rewind a little bit, right? Because I was full-fledged Democrat. Me and this dude used to go back and forth with the rest of our siblings. He was the only one screaming what Republicans was and what Democrats was. Now that I'm here, they done chased my boy away from the
I didn't win independent. I didn't win I didn't went independent, but always leaning conservative.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna never change. Conservative. So yeah, just because you're Republican, that don't mean you're conservative. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. So you did
It's
vote though, right? I know you voted though.
Yeah, I put it in. I did it for the people.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, even though we know California is damn near purple, but I think it turned a little redder than
Hey,
normal. Yeah.
if they did it a fair election without all the cheating and the scams, it'll be red.
It'd be red, yeah.
It's probably
it was red once upon a time. It was.
It's probably always been red. It just they keep rigging and stealing. So they got the game locked on the stealing, trickery.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So we had a little bit of drama going on last night for y'all who didn't check it out, including my brother Nate. Yeah. There was a moment early on in the speech when there was a congressman, Congressman Al Green. I believe he's somewhere in the Northeast
Texas,
district.
I believe.
Is it Texas? Okay. I wasn't real sure where he's from.
Yeah, I believe he out of Texas.
Okay. But yeah, he had a moment. I want to bring this clip up where during Donald Trump's speech, he stood up and objected to some of the things that Donald Trump was saying. I want to run this clip for you.
So disrespectful. I'm trying to figure out how people like that make it. Who elected that guy, man? Because he's just so disrespectful.
Yeah. Here you go, right over here to on the right middle side of the screen for those watching. Here we go.
Small business optimism saw the single largest 1 month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
JD said, "Get him out of here."
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning.
Maintain decorum.
Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant at Arms to restore order to the joint session.
Unprofessional.
Barely.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant at Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Order in the court.
Nobody had his back on that side. I don't get that.
They fake.
Why nobody over there got anything to?
Hey, goodbye. Get on up out of there.
Okay.
Get on out of there.
I wouldn't let them back in for the next year.
I don't even know why this dude and Trump told him, a lot of y'all, he told them straight up. He said a lot of y'all ain't gonna have y'all job next election. And I believe it. You know what I'm saying? I believe it.
Vote them out.
Yeah, man. I knew it was gonna be, there was gonna be tension in the air in the room, man. It's just too much going on for there not to be. But I guess the most shocking thing about that for me was that they just all his Democratic counterparts over on that side, not one of them stood with them in this protest. And so, but I have a clip here because a lot of people didn't know exactly what he was protesting. It was hard to hear from the audio. So let me pull up this. So this is what his issue was with the president, and we'll run this clip here now. Let's see here.
That's his issue. He's the president. That's his issue.
That's his issue.
There we go.
Hi, Congressman. What were you shouting to the president, sir?
He had a mandate. And I was making it clear to the president that he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. I have people who are very fearful. These are poor people, and they have only Medicaid in their lives when it comes to their health care. And I want him to know that his budget calls for deep cuts in Medicaid. He needs to save Medicaid, protect it. We need to raise the cap on Social Security. There's a possibility that it's going to be hurt, and we got to protect Medicare. These are the safety net programs that people in my congressional district depend on.
Rhetoric. Same old rigmarole.
Yeah. If it was that much trouble, it didn't become in trouble yesterday. It wasn't in trouble yesterday or last week.
Nope.
It's been in trouble. You was in power. You could have corrected it. What happened? Why didn't you correct it at that time? That's my answer. That's my question.
The thing is that the people that legitimately that deserves and just getting Medicare, they're not gonna lose it. So these regular Democrats, they've been stealing from that system so long. That's what they crying about. He about to cut off that fat.
Yeah, it seems to me that I'm picking up the same vibe. It's not that they're talking about cutting off benefits to seniors in terms, but they're what's being said is that we're cutting out all of the fraud that's surrounding of it and the waste and the abuse of the system. And part of that, another piece of that I've heard is that these Social Security checks are being taxed currently and have been. So there's an income tax on Social Security, and the statement that I've heard from the administration is that they're going to remove that tax from those Social Security checks. No tax on tips, no tax on what was the other one? No tax on tips, no tax
overtime.
Overtime. That is correct. Yeah. So yeah. I'm not sure where Brother Green was coming from on that exactly, but I do know that a lot of this is you gotta protect your turf and make sure your people know that you standing up for you, because he may have an election coming up sometime soon. So this might have been part of his job security plan.
That's his sound clip and his photo op, so he can say, "Hey, I stood up for it."
Yeah.
Everybody else didn't say nothing. I was the one who said something. That's all he needed. That little clip.
That's all he need.
Don't need none. He don't mean none of that.
Yeah. So
what was going on? What was going on before Trump got in there the first time and this time? What were they doing with it then? They should have been fixing it. They had all the control.
They had all of the control.
Yeah.
All of it.
So they full of crap, man. Hey, y'all want to know how? You want to know how a Democrat? You can tell a Democrat is lying.
How's that?
Their mouth moving.
Oh, damn.
Whatever coming out their mouth.
Yeah, they lie.
We know it's a lie. And guess what? I can't argue with you, because we've been getting lied to.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. So long we've been getting lied to. Like now we got somebody that's in there trying to fix something. It's a problem now. I don't understand. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I think personally it need to be shook up and then, stirred up a little bit and then reset it from there.
Yeah, reset it the right way.
Yeah, the right way. Yeah, exactly, man.
Gotta get all the fleas and ticks off the dog.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what
Shave off the fat and dirt.
Okay, that's what we doing. All right. Yeah. So there was another part. Now I kind of fast forward and I'll bring it back. But there was another part where he speaks, the president speaks directly to the Social Security waste and fraud. And I've heard him say this before, on different kind of different announcements that he had, but he brought it up again in his speech last night. I want to run this one for you guys as well, because I love this part. This actually is my favorite part, one of my favorite parts of what took place last night. Okay.
Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old. It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129. 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 120 to 1 3.9 million people from ages 130 to 139. 3.5 million people from ages 140 to 149. And money is being paid to many of them. And we're searching right now. In fact, Pam, good luck. Good luck. You're going to find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid and nobody does. And it really hurts Social Security and hurts our country. 1.3 million people from ages 150 to 159 and over 130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age over 160 years old. We have a healthier country than I thought, Bobby.
Trump a fool. Trump a fool, boy.
Yeah, man. He is a.
I like his I like his damn straight to the pointness.
You
He
would
ain't beating
think,
around the bush. I'll tell you, hey, that's a man's man. That's all I can say.
you would think that the Democrats would be like, yes, he found the fraud. Let's stop letting all this fraud. You know what I'm saying? You would think that they would be saying that, but
Bruh,
no matter
that's the
what
money
they do, they pushing them back.
that's the money they stealing. All them 150 and 120-year-olds. That's what the money they're pilfering. They they're taking it from the pot.
Man, he said somebody is one person that's 300 years old or something. Say he's older than the country. Like, if it's somebody here that's 300 years old, he need to be the president because he know everything. He done seen it all. That need to be the president right there. Man.
So I guess they're paying people in their grave or their ghosts, huh?
Man, I don't know, man.
Yeah. They're saying these are people that checks are actually going out to.
So my question, who cashing them?
Who cashing them checks?
Yeah, and that's where the fraud part goes into it.
But they can find out who cashing them. I think most of it is direct deposit too. So what these accounts? Who these accounts belong to?
Yeah, I believe it's gonna come out.
They can find all that.
Now,
everything.
During that part, though, the Democrats, and I wasn't really clear why they had these little paddles or whatever these little boards were, but they had these signs and they put up, lies, all lies. Yeah, my question to you guys is, do you think that Elon Musk, because he does head DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, do you think that he and his team would be feeding lies, or what reason would they have to feed lies to the president of this nature?
I don't know, but if he can show him the facts and figures and show him evidence that what he's talking about is in black and white, where the lie at? If he can back it with the receipts.
What's your take on it, G Money?
Listen. No matter what he do, people is like, oh, he's got all our Social Security number. It's Elon Musk. What do you need with your broke ass Social Security number? Come on, man. This man he got access to everything. He didn't need to get on with Trump to get all this information, man. This man got enough money to go get whatever.
What are you gonna do with my
Huh?
What could he do with my Social Security number? He can't get no money out of it.
I don't know. You'll catch a life sentence with my Social Security number. So I don't know. Yeah,
it don't even matter. So what? Everything is accessible.
As long as you holding that phone, all your information is everywhere. It's there.
Everybody.
A lot of your information is on Google, man.
Already, dark web and everything else. Yeah,
listen, I promise you, I can tell you where you went to middle school at playing with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's out there. The information is out there. It is.
Hey,
So
hey, you got strangers at our block got your social security number too.
yeah,
You know the tax people.
yeah.
So yeah.
The dirty
So
tax people, the IRS.
yeah, your employment got your social security number.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Elon,
man.
what are you gonna
Yeah, Miss Ann
man?
say it's fraud on both sides. I understand it. I
It
get it.
is.
I'm not saying that the Republicans are holier than thou. It's a lot of crooked people in both sides, no matter what party you are. However,
Yep.
the Democrats been in party for a long time. And I don't know about you, but that high gas and these high grocery bills, all that stuff came from the last administration.
Especially
Because
California.
every time Zelensky come over here, he was making a withdrawal for billions. So all our money going out of the country. It wasn't a Republican that sent it. It was a Democrat that sent that. But guess what? Zelensky came over here and he got his issue. He got kicked out the White House. Stop playing with us. We're gonna be first. We're gonna put this country first. We're not thinking about what's going on over there in Ukraine. And that's how it should be. It's too many problems over here. It's too many homeless people over here. It's too many mental health issues over here. It damn near everybody living from check to check. You know what I'm saying? We got problems over here. It's the
Too
United
much debt.
States of America. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the president of the United States. We ain't got time to worry about what's going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of home first. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta fix their own problems.
Huh?
They gotta fix their own problems. Why are we the only one gotta help them?
How can you love yourself? How can you love somebody else before you love yourself? You got to take care of yourself first. You can't love me if you don't love yourself.
Hey, you need to talk to your neighbors.
And I'm gonna tell you something else about them countries over there. I don't care what you do for them. You understand that? I don't care what you do for them. It's never enough.
Nope.
Zelensky came over here with the utmost disrespect last week. After all the money we have given this dude, you come over here with the utmost disrespect.
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful. We done gave that country billions. It gotta stop.
Hey, we might well just kick him out the way. We pretty much own that land. We bought it.
Right? Yeah, we didn't bought it.
So we bought all them billions. We bought something.
And guess what? And guess how Donald Trump putting the country first. Y'all got something we want. We want to sign on the dotted line for 50% of what that is, and that way we get all the money Biden sent. We get it all back and some. Yeah.
With interest.
With interest. Yeah, how it should be. Because Joe Biden damn sure didn't have a plan to get the money back. He just blindly sent the money. You over here struggling, living from check to check, and watching all your tax money go out the country. You don't have a problem with that, people. Like, you don't have a problem with that. Nothing resonated wrong to you with that. Gas prices steady going up. Come on, man. Listen.
Homeless veterans on the street and stuff.
Listen. I've been voting Democratic. I didn't really identify as a Democrat, but because I didn't know what was going on, I automatically said I'm supposed to vote Democrat because I'm a black person. Yeah, because that's how I was raised. I'm Democrat. I'm happy to vote. I voted for Hillary Clinton. I voted for Joe Biden. I voted against Trump 2 times. Now that I rolled 7, now it's a problem with people. Like I really done lost friends behind this. But that's the message I got for you. Peace. Yeah, peace. Yeah, peace. I found me some new friends. I
guess they weren't your friends.
Yeah, they really wasn't my friends. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Hey. Yeah, it's Listen, man, you gotta pay attention and do your history lesson. All you gotta do is crack the book open, and you gonna see how much Democrats always been against black people for sure. They ain't never really been for the country, but they always been against black people.
Oh, they use it for
The
funds.
separation. What was it? Dred Scott decision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
even
a whole bunch of
slavery.
stuff.
Even slavery. Abraham Lincoln signed Emancipation Proclamation. He got
Under
knocked
40.
off. He got knocked
And then
off,
they-
and the president behind him was a Democrat, and he tried to reinstate slavery. It wasn't to the following president. I can't remember what his name was, but he was a Republican, and slavery was done away with from now on. When you look at some of these Supreme Court cases and you look at the justices that was on the what party was they? They was Democrat.
Well, don't forget they was started the Ku Klux Klan too. That was their terror arm of keeping
The
everybody
Dixiecrats.
enslaved.
The Dixiecrats. Yeah, man. Like it, we've been sitting here, and myself included, been sitting here and blindly voting Democrat for the longest because I thought that's what it was. So it wasn't nothing but 2 years ago that I cracked the book open, and I'm like, wait a minute. What?
Hey, the more you think, the more you find out they've always been against blacks.
The more you read, the more you find out Democrats been against black people for the longest, man.
Yo. Yeah.
One more thing. LBJ put something in the law. I don't know what it was, but he said, I'm gonna have these ends voting Democratic for the next 200 years. And guess what?
It worked.
Years in, and it's still working. But
some of them gonna be voting for 300.
Hey, in 2024, a lot of that changed because we seen a red wave now. A lot of that changed because the black people starting to realize what we've been bamboozled for a long time. Yeah.
Hey G.
Yeah.
Hey G, can you pull up one of my YouTube songs?
No. No music.
Okay.
No music. Man, the music gets you struck up all
shut down the live and everything.
Even though you're right here and it is your music, boy, they'll be striking left and right.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah. Well, I see the chat is blowing up. It's definitely blowing up. We got a lot of active folks in here. Join the call, y'all. If you want to get on, talk to share your views. That's what this call was about. We said it on last week's show.
You can catch this link and get right on up here.
Yeah. Come on in, share your thoughts live.
Yeah, I know Chris can't. He was, but he can't because if it had been any other night, he would have been able to. And Tim Shady, he was. I don't know, but
it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
I got a couple of clips.
Okay.
I can play, but while I'm searching for them, though, what you think about what's going on? Because
No, I think it was well stated already. I guess what I was thinking about, because I know you had done a reel on it earlier about the Peyton McNabb. That was the next one that I had going up, and how she essentially is a woman who.
Behavior of Democrats last night was completely disgraceful.
Oh, sorry about that, but go ahead. Yeah.
No. But I had a clip of the Peyton McNabb. If you want to run that, or you got something.
Yeah. We gonna get to that because I ain't even touched on that yet.
Okay.
Peyton McNabb.
Yeah.
But
behavior of Democrats last night was completely disgraceful and demonstrated how severely out of touch they are with the American public. It was the most shameful moment in the history of presidential addresses in that beautiful chamber. In what was supposed to be a unifying moment for our country, Democrat members of Congress instead screamed at the President of the United States, who was just overwhelmingly reelected by their constituents, walked out of the chamber, and worst of all, they disrespected the American people. Democrats didn't stand to keep men out of women's sports. They couldn't even clap for a girl who got her head smashed in by a man on a volleyball court. Democrats didn't stand for an innocent and beautiful child who is surviving brain cancer. They opposed eliminating taxes on tips and Social Security. They didn't stand in favor of cutting taxes for hardworking Americans. They couldn't even clap for two mothers whose daughters were killed by illegal aliens. One of the only things that could get Democrats off their feet last night was cheering for Ukraine, not for America. Democrats behaving like children would be the least surprising thing of the night. And unfortunately, that quote did turn out to be true. I think the president and everyone, frankly, was surprised by the Democrats refusing to stand for not the president's policies, because frankly, we expected that, but for the everyday Americans who President Trump was shining a light on their stories.
That it was so classless. Like, okay, I'm gonna start right here. And Tim Shady, you welcome to come up on the stage, my brother, if you got time. I sent you the link. But it was so classless that you would cheer, you would not clap for people that really went through trauma, like people that went through stuff, lost children, one little boy, 13 years old with cancer. They made him a Secret Service agent. You wouldn't clap for that. If I'm not mistaken, former Vice President Harris, she said no tax on tips.
Oh, that's what she was right.
About 6 months after Donald Trump said it. But when she said it, yeah, they applauded. You get to the vote and no Democrat voted for this. Why y'all playing with people's life? Why are y'all playing with people's life? These folks don't care about you, man. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. These folks don't care about you. They don't care about you, man. The Democrats really don't care about you, for sure. Yeah.
Go ahead, Nate. What you got?
I'm glad he came around, bro. We were fighting for years.
Yeah, we've been fighting for years, for real. I see it now, though.
Hey, it was me against the whole family.
Yep.
It's still like
and
that.
I
think
even
Joe
think
don't
that, yeah. Now it's just me, because Slick didn't.
No, well, I'm still a conservative, bro. I'm still a conservative. I'm not just voicing my opinion anymore.
Right. Tim Shady, what's up,
good,
man?
What's good?
Oh,
What up, Tim?
nothing, man. We just talking a little Trump. Did you catch that State of the Union address Tuesday night?
I didn't catch it in the action, but I went through the next day and watched just about every video you can watch, every highlight you can watch.
Yeah,
the whole nine, man. And I mean, like you said, I'm not surprised they sat on their hands through all the policies and all this, but
Bro,
man, to not clap for that little boy or the moms that went through, I mean, all that. Come on, man.
un-American.
Really? But I mean, they know they're to blame, so.
Yep, they to blame.
They're not real Americans. They traitors.
Yeah, but then what really got me, like I said in the comments, is that then they went on afterwards and actually made fun of the little boy and was like, "Oh, Secret Service," blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, for real? You gonna make fun of a little 13-year-old boy with cancer?
Harder.
That little boy knows that badge is a bunch of bullshit. You don't have to be out here saying that. Like, come on, man. Let that little man have his moment, That's probably one of the greatest moments of his life. And you're going to sit here and crap on it? Come on, bro.
Hey, man, that's good. That's a good take on that.
Hey, and the bad thing about it is people still going to vote for them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The delusion is just beyond anything, the delusion that goes on with it is what kills me, because I was Democrat. I was raised Democrat most of my life. And once the change didn't come, if you know what I mean, I was like, wait a minute. Huh? Like, you spent $1 billion on a campaign and the change is coming and it never came, not once but twice. I was like, yeah, I'm good on this side of the fence.
Yeah. I got a question for you guys, man. This is a little off script, but one of the big things that we've talked about last week is the economy, and the plan for getting the economy back on track. And you know, my particular concern is as it relates to, you know, working class people, man. And I think I told you last week, you know, I was a little skeptical because I you know, I might not be clear, but there was nothing in, at least how I could figure, you know, determine, there was nothing that was going to actually make, you know, things better for working class people. Meaning, you know, 4 years from now, if it's 8 years, if he gets another extended term, you know, are we going to have more money in our pockets? Are working class Americans going to have less debt? You know, those types of things. Any one of you can jump in on this, but I really want to know what do you think is do you think that is they're going to be able to pull this off, and then two, how?
The first way you can give people more money is cut them damn taxes and let them keep more of their paycheck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you got to find incentive to have companies. I guess you might have to cut some of theirs so they can lower their prices too, so people can have more money, more usable money. But the tax system is jacked up, man.
Okay. G Money, Tim, where you at?
Go ahead, brother.
After you, Tim.
I mean, you know, look, I'm more of a realist, right? Like, trucks cost $90,000, SUVs cost $50,000, little compact cars cost $30,000-$40,000. When a car costs more than a house, we got problems.
Mm.
Yep.
When a depreciating asset is more unobtainable than an appreciating one, we've got problems.
Yeah.
And you know, when I used to be able to go spend $400 and, you know, fill up a cart at Walmart and walk out by the time it was bagged with a cart and a half, and now I can go spend $400 at Walmart and I can barely fill a cart to begin with, we got problems.
Yeah.
I mean, is it great that they're cleaning house and Doge is finding all this money? Yeah, that's fantastic. And I hope it goes all the way down across the board. I hope they keep digging in and keep finding more money. But my bottom line is I've been paying into this crap since I was 15 years old. I'm about to be 50.
Yeah.
I want my 40 plus years worth of money back.
All right.
I want every last penny that you took from me back. This $5 to $8 grand that might come, may not come, that's fantastic and all, but that ain't gonna make me or break me.
Yeah, that come every month.
That's not gonna do shit for me in the real game of life.
Yeah.
That's chump change. That's pennies on the dollar. Because I know for a fact I've made it well over $1 million in my lifetime, and I ain't got shit to show for it because of y'all.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yep.
You know, I mean, when I lived in Northern Virginia, DC area, making 120 plus a year, broke, living paycheck to paycheck, and not because I was living some lavish lifestyle well beyond my means. I'm very good with my money. I'm smart with my money.
Right.
It's just I couldn't afford it. You know, $4,000 for rent, plus everything else that goes with it, all the personal property taxes and all that nonsense. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
Damn rent more.
Yeah, you want to impress me? Give me back every penny I've paid in, and then we can start from zero.
Yeah, stop taxing my new money. Stop taxing.
Well, that's just it. You tax me in my check. You tax me when anything I do. You tax me. You tax me. You tax me. You tax me. You're gonna tax me 9 times before I even get my check. Come on, bro.
That's right.
That's straight criminal, dog.
Yeah. G, where you stand on that?
I mean, I feel like, look, everything is looked with the side eye. I'm looking at all of them, Republican and Democrat, right? We done went down this Democratic lane. We giving it to the Republicans. They say they finding all kind of money. They cutting this, they cutting that. They saying that they're going to balance the budget for the first time since 2002. You know what I'm saying? They say they trying to cut taxes, I hear he's trying to do away with the with the federal income tax altogether. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they showing me all this, and you know, they doing all this, if they come through, because again, the problem got made over a long period of time. You're not gonna wake up tomorrow and everything just gonna be hunky-dory. You got to give them time to fix it. And guess what? If they don't do right or do what they supposed to do, America forget. they'll forget about Trump.
Yeah.
And they'll go back in the other direction. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which would be worse.
Yeah. So this time I feel like sometime when you get a second chance, Trump did good in his first term. But man, that man is he governing everything like his hands on fire this time around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The first time, if he would have had the Republicans on his side, he probably would have did more stuff better. He was fighting against the Republicans too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was for sure.
So the best thing he had was executive orders, the stuff that he can do without him, because everything was going against him.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be my best friend. That would be my best friend coming in. I'd be like, okay, you know what? I'm done with y'all. I'm done playing games.
Yeah.
It's it's EO time across the board. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Guess what?
This for the people.
There you go.
It's for the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, see, the more, the better. Because, see, here's the thing. The better he does, if everything that he says he's going to do, if it unfolds, I'm telling you, this thing going to be red. Now, if you look back at the election in 1984, I think it was, Ronald Reagan won 49 out of 50 states. You know what I'm saying? 49 out of 50 states. So all Donald Trump got to do is keep his word about everything he's saying. And like he told them last night, the other night, the people elected me. This is a mandate. The people elected me to do this job, and I'm going to do it. He said it the other night. You know what I'm saying? He going to do the job. So, we gotta see what happens, man. You know, Hopefully, do everything that he's setting out to do, and it turn it around for everything and address the problems in these countries. But I am convinced of one thing: he is putting his country first. I'm convinced of that. We're going to get that Panama Canal. Why is China running the Panama Canal? We built the Panama Canal, and Jimmy Carter gave it away for $1. No, we going back to get it. That's our canal. We going back to get it. 40,000 Americans died building that canal. We're going back to get it. Why is the Gulf of Mexico called the Gulf of Mexico? No, that's us. Gulf of America. We changing it. You know what I'm saying? Canada, y'all on the list. You can't become 51. Greenland, you can become 51. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Zelensky, run some of that money back to me, man. Yeah, run it back.
One of the things too, I think one of the biggest things he needs to do, any one of these media people that's put dirt in their mouth, speaking out on his name and all that.
It's breaking up. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was breaking up.
Am I good now?
Sound like it, yeah.
I bet. I was gonna say one thing I'd like to see him do is any of these people that have been on here on the media running their mouth, saying this and that, defamation of character suits for everybody. Like hand them out like Oprah. You get a suit. You get a suit. You get a suit. Joey Behar, all of them. Chop all their heads off.
Yeah.
Start holding these networks accountable for their fake news, their propaganda, and then start going after the owners that own them. You know what I mean? Just start chopping off everybody's heads, man. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
You had all this time. You talked all this crap for the last 8 years. Well, guess what? Here's your penance.
Yeah. It's definitely the tide has changed, and he has it all in his hands completely right now. And what's interesting, man, is if you even just how it looked over on the other side, man, it just looked like a defeated party. I'm going to play you one real clip, and this is part of what I think is adding to a defeated party. This is one, and I hate to bring this up because I somewhat know this guy through his brother, but his name is Hakeem Jeffries. He's the House Minority Leader from the Democratic Party. But this clip right here he was asked about the Trump's issue where he's has a presidential order saying that there's not going to be any more men playing women's sports, in terms of transgender. But this was Hakeem Jeffries' response after the speech tonight, man. And this is hilarious. Let's run this.
I want to ask about Governor Gavin Newsom's comments saying that Democrats is wrong allowing transgender athletes in female and girls sports. What is your response to that after Democrats that opposed to women in girls?
I haven't seen his comments, but Democrats opposed was unleashing sexual predators on girls throughout the United States. Here, that's what.
Everybody. So, yeah, Tim, same thing here, man. In the comments section.
Uh-oh. We good?
Hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah, but everybody in the comments was just like, what did this man just say? I might have to run that back. It was the weirdest response that you could ever think of. But burnt up. That's how we used to call it in prison. That dude's burnt up and burnt out. Yeah. I can't even.
Of course, he gonna be with it because they say I think he I believe he part of that community. So I think he is. I don't know. I could be speculating, but yeah. Which I would like to say that people don't have anything against that community. Don't have nothing against that community. That's your life. That's what you choose to do. You do you. But don't try to force it on us. Don't try to make us accept it. That's the thing. You stay in your lane and do what you do. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to try to do anything to stop you. But don't force it on real men. We
definitely don't come after my kids.
Yeah, leave the damn kids alone.
That's right.
Leave the kids alone. You know what
I
I'm saying?
mean, even for me, I'm a dad of $3 and then plus a bonus $3. So I got $6 total, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee my daughters are all teenage, and they're perfectly able to protect themselves for the most part. But if we're out in public and Mr. Yes, call me ma'am is about to walk in the bathroom or walks out of the bathroom, we gonna have a problem for sure.
Exactly.
We gonna have a problem.
And be carried out.
Yeah.
And especially if he's on his way in, I'll just be like, yo, excuse me. My daughters are in there. You just gonna have to wait a second.
That's right.
Or you go.
Then what you do after my daughters are out is up to
That's
you.
on your business. Yeah.
But right now you're gonna wait,
Yeah.
or you can use that family one right there. And I blame all the society in general, not society, but like all the powers that be in general. Because we want to allow them to do what they want to do. Cool, I'm cool with that. Do you, boo boo?
Mm-hmm.
Then you need to start creating gender-specific bathrooms, and you need to start creating their own sports teams. And do the things you did for women all these years back, because we didn't have women's sports. We didn't have all these things for them. So you're gonna do the same thing for these people that you did for them, and then we're cool. Then there's it's a non-issue. It's
non-issue.
It's not rocket science, y'all.
Right.
Like it doesn't take. If a white boy from Illinois can figure this out in his kitchen, come on, man.
For sure. Yeah, G, you spoke to that earlier. Yeah, you just basically said it needs to be separate leagues.
Just create a league just for them.
Yeah. And why wouldn't you want that?
Identify as you could be male, female, or started out male and ended up female. That's your league. Play in that league. You know what I'm saying? And do everything you want to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
And you're gonna feel better about it when you win the trans championship. You're gonna feel better about it because you gonna feel better about it because
you beat people that's just like you. Everybody was equal.
Everybody was equal.
Not the fact that you were born a man and you come in here and dominate a whole bunch of females. You take pride in that? I don't understand that.
That Olympic boxing match was he beat the bricks. Like, how did we even allow that to happen? He beat the bricks off that girl.
Yeah.
And she was a nice boxer. She was nice with it.
For sure.
You don't have man strength.
He beat the bricks off that poor girl. And if I was her father, oh boy.
He's smoking off that gold.
Yeah. You might have won in the ring, but we taking it in the parking lot for sure.
I'll be pulling that gold out of his hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the clip from Peyton McNabb.
Yeah, let's go ahead and run this one and get you guys' take on that one as well. Oh, Peyton here.
While we talking about this letters, the alphabet stuff.
That's right. Oh man, wrong clip. Hold on.
Oh, wrong
Let me
clip.
let me get this again. Try that again, Peyton. All right, there we go. My bad. Here we go. Now that's your clip on it. Hey.
Oh, that's my clip.
Give me a minute.
Okay, it's all good.
We talk about yeah.
It's all good.
I didn't have it.
Well, and one thing that's crazy to me too, because like, you know, if you talk to like OG gay people, right, male or female, doesn't matter, but the ones that actually fought the fight, right, for the rights and the privileges, man, they're fed up too. They're like, man, what are y'all doing?
Yeah,
you're just bringing unnecessary drama and heat and bigotry. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, and they definitely don't like you messing with the kids. The OGs.
Yeah. Oh no. Mm-mm.
They don't do
like
that.
I got a friend that I went to high school with, and he's not trans, but he does drag shows and things of that nature. He's a gay man, super kind soul. Like the dude's he was always a soft spoken dude his entire life. And I just happened to hit him up not too long ago just to say what's up, check on him. And I was like, man, what do you think about all this craziness in the world? He goes, man, you know how long it took me to have the courage to do what I do in my shows? He goes, and now it's like, what's going on? He's like, and now when I do my shows, I get so much. I used to get nothing but love. And now I get, I still get love, but I get a lot more hate now. He goes, and I thought I was past that. He goes, I fought that fight 30 years ago. And now it's back. He goes, and I'm just still doing the same thing I did back then. I haven't done anything different. So yeah, the OGs ain't happy about it, man. They're not happy about it.
Yeah.
That's the ones that need to stand up against it. The OGs.
Yeah.
They're starting to. I think they're starting to now. They're kind of just getting to that point where they're fed up and they're starting to be like, yo, y'all gotta knock it off. But it's still so few. That's the problem, you know?
Yeah, because it'll sound better coming from them. You know what I'm saying? Like if it came from them, if they stood up, got on some platforms and stuff like that, let us hear. I'd rather hear from them. You know?
Okay, I got that clip for you right now, man. My bad on that earlier. Let's go ahead and run this. Yeah.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports. Three years ago, Peyton McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. When her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
Why the Democrats ain't clapping behind that?
Yeah.
Because that's what they push.
That is amazing.
That's so many big donors.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like they didn't clap for anything. I could really almost understand if it's like, okay, I like this, and this about what Trump doing, but I'm gonna take a stance on this, and this. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. And like he said in the speech, like he said in the speech, you cannot. He could come up with a cure for whatever it is, and they still not gonna go with him just because of who he is, man. It's pathetic. It's really pathetic, man.
So we supposed to be United States. They dividing the states.
Yeah, they divide the state, but guess what? Listen, if Trump put this thing on track, it's gonna be a lot of Democrats lose their job, man, because we can't go back. Yeah, we're not going back. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, it would have been a good effort if you do go back.
Yeah.
In fact, from this point on, we got to hold everybody accountable for what the hell they going in office.
Yeah, and hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying let them do what they want to do. If they mess up, slap them. Hold them accountable as well. You know what I'm saying? But just make sure you take care of the people, man, and stop starving these people out here. That's the biggest thing, man. Yeah, you stop folks out here. It used to be good to be a truck driver. You know, everybody knew the truck driver had that check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, please, truck drivers ain't nothing but minimum wage workers out here now, man. It ain't even work. It ain't even work.
I'm hearing more and more. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
go ahead.
No, on that piece, man, especially with truck drivers, I'm hearing of more and more people, man, literally living in their trucks now. They don't have a primary, place of residence. When they do their 34-hour resets on the weekend, they might sleep in the truck. They might get a room for the weekend or whatever. But for the most part, they're out on these long week assignments. I mean, these long over the road assignments, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Some of them like just keep me out as long as you want. It's just really gotten to it. And I know that's been a part of it, of the industry, but it just seems like I'm hearing more and more. Yeah, a lot of guys going through, and women. AC was on talking about that. Yeah, not too long ago, how she lived in her truck. I believe she said that for a while.
Yeah.
Did she say that? Was that her story?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she was trying to get out of mom's house.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, then the brokers too. The brokers the brokers take all the money.
Yeah.
One of my lifelong best friends is, he was a trucker. I think he's just under 2 million miles clean, and it was the final straw for him, was just the brokers, man. As soon as he'd get a good load and get going, and then something, the next load would be shit, and then he's like, man, I'm just done. He goes, I know these loads are paying more than what they're giving to me. They're taking 70-80% of the money.
Yeah.
Or more sometimes.
President Trump, if you are listening, the brokers need a cap. You gotta cap them brokers so they can pass the money on down the line to where it needs to be, to these companies and these truck drivers. The broker need a cap. They don't need to make over a certain amount. That's how you fix that problem.
Yeah,
we need to know transparency all the way through and put a cap on what the broker is taking away from the company and the driver. That's how you fix that.
Yeah. Or the truck drivers just stop running. Could you imagine? Even if it was 20% of all the trucks going across the roads right now just parked?
But you know what? They did that in Canada a couple years ago. And it quietly got worked out. We don't know what happened, but it quietly got worked out because all them truckers went back to work.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess and say they got what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's gonna take a lot over here to get that done because there's so many truck drivers. And what's major, you know what I'm saying? What's a little bit of money to me, it might be major to the dude that just been out here a year. And that's what they rely on. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Oh yeah.
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 For
that's
sure.
What's up. Yeah, well, wrapping up. G, you got anything? I got one last, and this was something you had already covered, but this is not on the speech, but Trump's announcement of Alice Marie Johnson. Did you have something to do, or can I start?
I'm in. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay. Let me go ahead and pull that one up, and then I'm done
Yeah, I just wanted to say, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Tim Shady is mostly on the Clapper app.
Yep.
Tell them where they can find you, my brother.
Yeah, Clapper, man. I mean, it's not for everybody, but it's family for me. That's how I met this fine gentleman, and I do a men's mental health over there every Thursday nights around 7:30 on 7:30 Central. Just getting started doing it, and so far so good, man. And my main objective with that is, we all know the number of the men we've lost, but I'm trying to work on that number of men that got that close, or so that's a number that I can make an impact on. I don't plan on staying on Clapper with it forever. I'd like to see it progress into something like this and just be hitting any streaming service I can, because there's a lot of guys out here doing motivational things and motivational podcasts and stuff of that nature, but and they have great people coming up and speaking and all that, but I just feel like no one's really talking about how do we fix it. You know what I mean? It's one thing to bring attention to it, but then how do you fix it? How are we making efforts to change it? So that's my long-term goal.
Hey Tim, you can be a
I
guest
missed
on my
it
show,
last
bro.
night, man. I kept trying to come in. It wouldn't let me in.
Yeah, that's what Storm was saying. My sexy Terry was saying that, Big Brother's trying to get in. It kicked her out. She didn't have comments, all that. So,
Hey
I
Tim,
see
you can be,
you. I see you.
hey tell Tim
Yeah.
he can be a guest on my podcast and we can talk about that. Come on over.
Oh
yeah, absolutely. I'm down for
Yeah.
whatever, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tim, can he drop his info in the chat, because I want to include this on the video as well, in the description for anybody when I post it up as well. Yeah.
On MrNoblePodcast.com. They got a guest. They got a link on that where you can fill out the guest form.
Yeah, I know Tim. I think that's my brother. Nate is my brother. Like we come out the same sack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He got here a few years before I did, but I held the fort down and I came out a few years later. Yeah. Yeah.
Same
That's
pop.
what's
Right.
up.
I don't know how I get back to that. There we go.
Okay, I think I got. Yeah.
It fell in the private one.
Private chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tim, come on through, man. We can talk about that mental health because that's a lot of people don't talk about it. We need to bring it up.
That's
we don't.
the issue is. That's the major issue in the country. Like that's what they need to talk about.
Yeah.
Especially for men. Especially, women got their thing, but men, we don't have nothing, man. We don't have.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, and the big driving force for me, like obviously, Big Brother and I met on Clapper. Like I said, we was in the Brothers Corner, and that's how we got to know each other really, really well, by sharing our truths and our experiences and stuff. But a couple of years, it's coming up on 2 years now. I had one of my lifelong best friends, 30 plus years. He was ex-Marine, just one of the strongest dudes I've ever met. Like I just thought this cat was invincible just in life in general, right? Like unbreakable. And I knew he did some time in prison. He got out, and I knew he was struggling because the girl he was with was putting him through the usual rigmarole. And I'm like, bro, I live less than a mile from you. You're going through it. If you need me, I'm here, because I've lost too many friends. I don't want to bear any more friends, right? And he's like, yeah. But, he didn't reach out, and he took his own life. And it crushed me, because here's the guy that's, so invincible in your eyes, and he broke, and it fucking killed me.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized, man, we've got to get this together.
For sure. Yeah.
Anything we can do. So yeah, Big Brother's got all my info. He got my personal phone number. Reach out to me however you wish.
Yeah, we'll all be reaching out to you on that for sure.
Yeah,
and again, everybody who's watching, please join his group as well on that. But last clip, man. Again, is this one is the announcement of Alice Marie Johnson. Let's run this, and we'll talk a little bit more about her.
Okay.
Boy, are you incredible. I watched one last night on television. Alice was in prison for doing something
you said
that
what?
Today probably
Audio's
would
not
be
good.
prosecuted. She spent 22 years in prison. 22 years. She had
That's
another
better.
22 years left. Can you believe it? And I pardoned her, and it was one of the best pardons. One of the best pardons. You know what she was on? she happened to be on the wrong telephone line. Is that true? She was on a telephone call, and I'm not saying it was perfect, but it wasn't worth 40 or 50 years, Alice. And you've been an inspiration to people. And we're going to be listening to your recommendation on pardons. You're going to go over, and she's going to be my pardon czar, okay? And you're going to find people just like you that should not have happened. It should not have happened. So you're going to look and you're going to make recommendations, and I'll follow those recommendations, okay, for pardons, all right?
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's an awesome pick because she know what's going on.
She know what's going on.
It ain't like it ain't like somebody had never been locked up in the system and all that stuff. So she got her ear to the ground on it. That's gonna be
right.
A good look then.
But here's the thing. I just found out he pardoned her in the first term.
Yeah.
You know, while people are always saying Donald Trump don't do nothing for black people, he got her out in the first term and spin back around 4 years later and gave her a job, created a position for her, but he don't do nothing for black people.
This was the woman Kim Kardashian, excuse me, advocated so hard for. She picked her. You know, Kim's got, I don't know, 100 million followers or so, and Alice had posted, I think, something to get Kim's attention, because if you remember, Kim was I think she was going to school to get a law degree at one point. I don't know if she actually got it, but at the end of the day, Alice just picked her out. Kim just picked Alice out of all of her followers and said this was a woman single-handedly I want to get released out of prison. She was overcharged. You know, she had a 45-year sentence. She had already done 22 on a, relatively minor offense. Yeah. And man. And she went to the White House, told President Trump, like you said, during his first term about her. They took a picture at the White House. I think a lot of people saw that. And as the rest, like you said, is history. He pardoned her, got her out, and now he's, in his second time around, he's actually appointed as a pardon czar to go find more people, more men and women who are overly sentenced like that, who need that opportunity for a real second chance. So shout out to him. Shout out to hope she really follows up and does the work. I'm sure she's highly motivated to do so, but this was great appointment.
I got another. I just found this video here. I got another one. I wanted to listen to this preacher man real quick, man, and just really just talk about the politics and the state of Democrats and everything, man.
Choose to be a Democrat, if you choose to be a Republican, if you choose to be independent, as I am, that doesn't make you more black nor less black. It means you're an American participating in the process. And God is on our side. Now, if we want to talk about whose side God is on, it's the Democrats who are pushing same-sex marriage. It's the Democrats who are pushing letting children get mutilated, little 8-year-old boys getting turned into girls. It's the Democrats who are 100% in their platform behind abortion and abortion rights up till the time of birth. If we start talking about whose side God is on, you got to dismiss most of the scripture to be a Democrat. Well, there are other things. What other things? What's more important than life? Trump ain't no good. Yeah, but he signed an executive order to protect Christians. He's no good, but the polls show that Christianity now has leveled off and is going back on the rise again since he's been in office. You just got to do your homework. Now you start talking about whose side God is on. No, the question not whose side God is on. The question is the question Moses asked. Who's on the Lord's side? It's not whether or not God's on your side. The question is, are you on the Lord's side? I just think, we still got to go back to house nigger. And you got to go back to that. Don't you think the rhetoric ought to evolve and get a little better? Is that the best you have, that you're going to come after people and criticize them because they exercise their right to celebrate Black History Month with the duly elected President of the United States of America? There's something wrong with that. So I don't go along with that kind of thing. People ask me, what is the makeup of your church, Democrat or Republican? I tell them all the time, I don't know. I've never asked anyone. I think that's your personal business. That's your business. But I preach. I don't preach a Democrat gospel. I don't preach a Republican gospel. I preach the gospel. A preacher told me one time, I said, well, find something in the Republican Party's platform, in their platform. Now, I didn't say any particular Republican. I said in their platform that is against our doctrine and scripture. Well, racism. Well, find me a statement in the platform that you could point out that's racist. Couldn't find it. So the answer that was given back to me was the whole thing, which is not an answer. And if your only argument is somebody's a millionaire or a billionaire and they're trying to do this and do that, that's not a cogent argument. And anger doesn't make your point. As your pastor, I ask you to do one thing. Just think. Just think. Use your head. Amen. I thank God for everybody that was up there celebrating Black History Month. Amen. Why not? Now, the last time I saw on television a celebration that President Biden was over, they had drag queens, homosexuals, perverts, everybody in the White House. We're talking about whose side God is on. Man, you better read your Bible. By the way, that's the same preacher who said that Jesus lived 85% of his life wrong. The same preacher who endorsed abortion on the same Sunday that he was christening children, and the parents brought that child up to let that child be christened by a preacher who had just endorsed abortion. Silly is what silly does. And that's all I got to say about that.
Hey,
a whole lot.
yeah,
Boy, you
said a
find
whole lot, boy.
where do you have the time to find all this? And
I don't know. I really don't know, man. I scroll. It's finding me, really. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
finding
But,
you. Okay.
yeah, it's finding me.
I
But
got you. Okay.
yeah, man, that man
It's the
said a whole
algorithm.
lot, man. Said a whole lot, man. Like, man,
You can't argue with that.
yeah, you can't argue with the truth, man. Like,
Say whose side is God or who's on God's side? I'm like, oh, dang.
Well, that's always been one of my biggest things too with the whole Democrat thing. Like, and I didn't know this for a long time, and then I just one day I would decide to go down a rabbit hole. But like, how can you ignore the history of the Democratic Party? It was founded by the Ku Klux Klan. That's where it started. And then beyond that, Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood, sitting there with the Grand Wizard photographs with the Grand Wizard, like.
Right.
Come on, man. And and then they started taking out all the pictures out of the Democrat headquarters and taking down all the statues and stuff. Why do you think that is?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want people to know. They don't want people to know the truth of the history. They're taking down the pictures of all the people that were doing what they were doing.
Especially with the technology we have now, we can do some research. We ain't got to go to the library. Pull it right up on your phone.
And one of the things that always kill me because they say, well, and I always pose the thing. Well, the first black politicians were all Republicans, all of them. They were founding members of the Republican Party. And they're like, well, it switched. At a certain point in history, it switched. So I was like, okay, I'll take that argument. And I started trying to find the switch.
Mm-hmm.
I never found the switch. At no point did I ever find the switch.
It came around Lyndon B. Johnson term for some reason, I believe. That's why I'm guessing. You know, that's where the term came at, man. So yeah. I don't know. I wish.
But didn't Johnson sign the Civil Rights Act? I mean, call me crazy, but isn't he the one that signed the Civil Rights Act?
He did.
Right.
They probably forced his hand.
Yeah.
But again, you know, like I don't know. It's like, how can you just like, okay, we're gonna go this far with our knowledge, and then we're just gonna stop. We don't even gotta worry about how it all got started.
Right.
Like, what? Like, I want to know everything. Especially if I'm gonna like align my loyalties with something. I want to know everything.
That's right.
Then when you call them on the carpet, then they say, well, all of them lie, all of them do this, all of them steal, all of them lie. No, we talking about your party that you so in love with, and that's faithful to the end.
Yeah, and the one that you're going to get, you spending everything, you throwing away whole relationships, trying to go against this party. I don't understand.
It's like you voting for people that totally do everything against your values and morals. That don't make sense to me.
None whatsoever.
It's crazy.
Yes. But, anybody got anything? Nate Smooth, one more time remind the people what you got going on.
Check out the podcast, Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast, and if y'all looking for a side hustle, just hit me up at joinnatenow.com. And you can check out my children's book at trashtrucknate.com, baby. That's it.
What's up?
Yeah.
From setbacks to success. Q, what you got for us?
Yeah, man. Same thing here, man. Just like, subscribe, share the content. I'm really appreciating working with my brother here, G Money, man, on putting this show together. And just want you guys to keep tuning in, keep sharing the content, and we're going to keep bringing what we got to bring to you guys each and every week.
So Thursday night, 8 o'clock Central. Yeah, I got one thing. But this for the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? This is for all Democrats.
Oh boy, you loaded up, huh?
You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That's for the Democrats.
That's what Trump is saying to him.
That was Trump saying tonight. Yeah, sit down. Sit your ass down.
Yeah. You had to shut the hell up.
Listen, y'all got to get out the way. You had it for the last 4 years. Get out the way.
Yeah.
Get out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let the adults handle the business now.
Yeah, let them handle the business now. You know what I'm saying? If he don't do right, then we know how to switch again. You know
we ain't that loyal to the team.
Yeah, that's all. That's the message that I got for black people, man. Stop being so loyal to this party. You know darn well 1 year, 2 years, 3 years ago, you was in the most messed up point in your life. You've been living check to check for a long time. Why is you so loyal to the Democratic Party? Y'all need to wake up. That's all I got. Wake up. Just do some history lessons.
Oh yeah, that's the Spike Lee joint. Yeah, that's the next one. That's the next clip you gotta pull up for next. Wake up, school days. Yeah, I'm gonna find that for you and drop that in your box.
For sure, man. Hey, man, I appreciate my brothers, man. I love y'all, man. It's been a good topic.
No doubt.
I gotta get up in a few hours and run around somewhere, and then we off to New Orleans.
All right,
New Orleans.
My uncle 75th birthday party. So, yeah, man. But man, y'all gentlemen, man, y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. I'm digging everything that y'all doing, man, and I'm always a text away.
That's
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
I appreciate y'all letting me come up, man. That's
no doubt,
comment, and subscribe. Please, people, like, comment, and subscribe.
Xcon Media.